All right, hello. This is the elitist metalhead for metalrules.com, and I'm here with Erik from Månegarm. I just learned how to pronounce it properly.
Yeah,
Månegarm.
superb.
All right. I've been a fan for a long time. You all are looks like you're celebrating 30 years this year, huh?
Yeah, that's true. This year, 30 years of rock and roll. Pretty amazing, actually.
30 years, and this will be your 11th full-length release. The new album coming
Yeah,
out.
that was full length. We did an EP as well, so it's like the 12th studio album.
12th studio, yeah. And tell us about the new album.
Well, uh, there are 12 songs on the original CD, and we also did a deluxe version, four bonus track CD. Also, you can find on the deluxe LP. Anyway, I mean, really satisfied about it. I think it showcases a lot of the Månegarm stuff that we have been doing for the last 30 years. There are, I think, seven metal songs, quite diverse and all that, and we have also four acoustic songs on the CD, which is something we have done also throughout all our career. So I wanted to make an album that shows a lot of Månegarm.
Yeah, and that's what one thing I noticed about it is it seems like it pretty much is a reflection of your entire career and I love the acoustic songs actually. So,
Thanks.
um, it, so tell us, how was the recording process for this one?
Quite the same as the last couple of albums. I compose the music and sitting at home and make some pretty rough demo tapes, and then I sort of sing the lyric the lyric vocal melodies roughly without any words, because that's Jacob's job to come up with the lyrics. So just nonsense, blah 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 blah, and then I sent it to Jacob, and he is phenomenal, really great to put words on my nonsense words. Anyway, so when we are satisfied, a lot of bands record a lot of demo songs. They maybe have like 25 songs to choose from, but we don't work like that. We sort of we work with one song until we're satisfied, and then the next one until we have songs for a whole album, and then let's head on to the studio.
Sounds a little different than most people. You collaborated with Victor Sorg on his Dim Build
Yeah, yeah,
project.
yeah.
How
That
did
was cool.
that?
I did some guest vocals on one
Yeah,
track.
that was great. How was that? Was that good?
Yeah, really cool. I mean, I was honored. I have listened to Vintersorg and the acoustic Otyg for many years when I was young. That I mean, that was the shit. So so I was really honored when he asked me if I wanted to participate. So that's really cool.
Going back to the beginning, obviously 30 years now, you originally weren't on vocals, you were on drums. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
When we started Månegarm 95, I played the drums, and to be honest, I didn't really know how to, because I'm self-taught in drums. I have just played for like, I don't know, a couple of months,
Hmm.
but I could play the double bass, which no one else could in our little town. So I got the job.
There you go. So,
And I played the drums until my last album that I recorded on drums was Nattväsen in 2009. And then we got in contact with Jakob, our
mhm,
present drummer.
okay. And how long have you been a trio? It seems like the band had a larger lineup prior to, I think,
Uh,
that 2009 era.
yeah, we've been five members in the beginning, and then we Janne, our former violin player, he got in the band as well. So we were six persons for quite so many years. But a trio that must have been in 2015,
Yeah.
16.
Hmm.
Then Jonas, the guitarist, he was the one that came up with the name Månegarm and really formed the band together with Pierre, our first bass player.
Hmm.
Anyway, he left the band due to he had a hard time in life, went through some tough shit, so he couldn't play anymore. So he left the band, and since that day we are a trio, but we are in big need, of course, for Tobbe, Tobias. He is the guitarist live,
Hmm.
and also Martin. He's guitar violin, and when Jonas quit, we needed a new guitarist. But Tobias, he has his own band, Wormwood.
Okay.
That is his baby. And Martin, he has a lot of stuff going on. He's a folk musician and do a lot of stuff. So both Martin and Tobias want it this way. They have
Okay.
their own projects, and we lend them when we need them.
And they're happy just coming on tour when need to.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they are like members. We are really great friends, and we always practice together and everything. So, but this is a good and the most easygoing solution for everybody, I think.
Okay. Yeah, and it seems to work out that way because the albums seem to be coming flowing from you all
Yeah.
really, really.
Cool.
The last two are just amazing. Being that you, funny that you said you're a huge fan of Wintersorg, but it seems like you formed, Månegarm formed probably in '95, so that's probably before anything from Wintersorg. So you're one of you and probably Thirfing, maybe one of the two beginning bands of this folk metal movement. Was it something that you intended on doing, creating this folk metal, or getting this big, or what was your intentions in the beginning?
No, it wasn't. But when you think about it, it's really cool. It's honorable to think about it. Yeah, it makes me kind of happy to think about it, that we did something cool that hopefully a lot of bands, maybe many bands started to play this kind of music because of us. I don't know.
Hmm.
But anyway, when we started, we wanted to play, some raw black metalish music with lyrics about the Viking era and Norse mythology and important Swedish lyrics. And that was just the idea with the band. And I think it was in the first demo was recorded in 95, 96. And just 1 year later, we recorded our second demo. And then we got in contact with Janne, our violin player. And he played the violin and also the flute. And I remember Jonas' girlfriend did some female vocals on the demo. So that was just cool ideas we had. We wanted to create something a bit new and special. So we added these traditional instruments and just to add that Nordic folky touch to the melodies, guitar melodies, and it turned out really cool. So yeah, well, maybe we created the beginning of a new genre there. I don't know.
And and you definitely did, and the movement really took off because of, for good or for ill, a lot of bands jumped on the bandwagon. Some
Yeah.
were good and some were not so good. However, it's a huge movement. It's probably become my favorite subgenre of metal,
Yeah, yeah.
is the Viking, or whatever, the folk metal. So who's currently, who does all the traditional instruments when the band records?
It's Martin.
Okay.
Martin Björklund is his name. He records, but of course, I must mention on this album we contacted Janne, our former violin player. So
Okay.
he plays a bit of flute on some songs.
Nice.
But Martin plays the violin and also cello if we need it. But on this album we only have violin, Jan on flute, and if you count the acoustic guitar as a traditional instrument, I play the acoustic guitars on this album.
Okay.
So that's about it.
And you always had female vocals on your albums, and it seems as though in the last couple of albums, though, it seems as though the female vocals have been partially handled by someone you're trying to groom into into the next folk
Yeah,
metal sensation.
yeah,
It seems your daughter's been very vocal on the last two albums. Tell us about
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm really happy and of course proud about that.
I'm sure.
The last album I had this song En snara av guld, a really simple song, basically built around one riff melody, and I just heard these female vocal stuff in my head, and I have a little studio in my house, and that makes it very much easier, I guess, because Leah would definitely be nervous if we would go to a big studio with a lot of different people.
Someplace not home, right?
Yeah, yeah. So this is my chance, to bring her in the studio. And can you just try it? And then got the lyrics and play her the song, and that was what happened. She tried it out, and maybe not the first take, but let's say third, fourth take. Is what you hear on the album. So she almost nailed it, and I think it turned out really cool. And
Is
that's
that
why I asked her on this album as well. Sometimes I just I can hear some parts that I think would fit with her. She has really fragile. Do you say that?
yeah,
Voice, and
yeah.
it's sometimes it fits really good.
She's still young yet, those two, so that she's
Yes,
growing into her
yes,
voice, and but she has a
exactly.
beautiful voice. Is that her in the video?
That you mean En snara av guld?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's my other daughter,
Oh,
2 years older. That's
okay.
Tuva. So Tuva plays the main character in the video, and Leah sings.
Okay. Hey, there you go. And so grooming them right now, getting them ready for their future, huh?
Yep, yep.
Sounds great. Um, Another thing that you pretty much have done that no other band in any genre, anywhere that I can think of has done, and that is you have your own metal festival. Tell us about Månegarm Open Air.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, it was maybe in 2017, 18, somewhere around that year. Our good old friend Björn, he asked us, guys, you play a lot of festivals and tours and stuff. Why don't you start your own family? You have the people that want to come to Norrtälje, and we're like, can we pull that off? But finally we decided. So 2019, it was the first edition, and Månegarm Open Air is a 2-day festival in our hometown, and in the center of Norrtälje. Norrtälje is a small city
Mhm.
with like 25-30,000 citizens, 1 hour from Stockholm. Anyway, in the center, in the city of Norrtälje, there is a old industrial museum with like a big courtyard. You say that and a lot of indoor venues that we can use.
Right.
So it's the perfect place, we think, for a metal festival. And the capacity is like 1,000, 1,200 people maybe. So on Friday we decided to go for a more folky acoustic touch. That day is a little bit shorter, but really nice. With we play our acoustic songs and some other cool stuff going on. And on Saturday it's the main day. This year we have 10 bands playing their metal sets, so we're really happy. I mean, it's a lot of work. We're fucking exhausted afterwards, but it's like the most fun thing we have ever done together. Really fun.
How many years has this been now? Is it two or three?
This year is the fifth.
Fifth year. Okay.
Started out in 2019, but then it was the pandemic years.
COVID, right?
So 5 times this year.
And you even able to put that bug in Wintersorg's ear. Now he's touring more than he did in
Yeah.
So, and how's that working out? How has the response been to the open air? Have you been doing well? Has it been doing well?
Really well. The first year we didn't really know what to expect, but we kept the budget low. Invited bands that we are friends with, and they played for a smaller amount of money, like Tyrfing, Erebaltor. We had Grimner, a lot of cool bands, but it was sold out. At that time, we didn't even know the full capacity of the venue, so we kept it, I think, at 750, 800 people.
Right.
But it was sold out, and we were so happy. So each year we have increased the capacity a bit. So last year we sold also we call it sold out 1,150 tickets. Wow. And we had Wintersorg playing, Primordial, really, and a lot of other cool bands. So I think there are people from around 35 different countries visiting Månegarm Open Air.
Yeah, that's definitely something I can see happening, especially with that type of festival. And I think the biggest thing was your draw. I guess if you're friends with a lot of the bands in that area, with a lot of the cooler bands in that area, you can get a really good lineup together. So this is something that seems to be ongoing because it's very successful then, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Excellent. That's great. Where do you see, and speaking of which, where do you see Månegarm in the future? It seems like you're two very, very strong albums in a row. It seems like you're on fire right now. So
yeah, thanks, man.
Not slowing down anytime soon, huh?
No. We will keep on rocking, and that's what I see for the future. We have no intention at all to stop or slow down. I mean, I can't even picture my life without music or Månegarm, to be more precise. I mean, to play in this band together with my best friend is the best thing, man. So we will keep on playing, rehearsing, and try to make the next album also a good one. I think we have succeeded so far.
Most definitely. Again, some of the most classic albums of the genre, I think, have come from. I've been a fan for well over 25 years, and since nice. I think since your probably first or second album, when I heard it, when that genre started happening, I think we can all. Between Bathory and Enslaved, I think we can, pretty much thank them for, dropping the Nordic mythology in there. And I think, taking it a step further and adding the folk elements to that, it was something so brand new. And was that something that, I mean, was that an idea that just came into your head, or was it something that you had planned, or?
The idea to implement violin, that was Jonas' idea. I don't remember. He had heard something.
Skyclad, maybe?
Could be, but I'm quite sure it wasn't Skyclad. It was, I don't know. I think it was Swedish band,
Mhm.
but more thrash. But they added violin, so
Right,
it was really not close to any Viking metal
right, right, right.
but I remember Jonas playing me this part, and it was really cool to add this traditional instrument. It adds a different tone to the music, and he was like, "We need to try this," and it turned out really great because our melodies on guitar are a bit folk music-ish.
Yes. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
in combination with the violin, it turned out great. So it was just an idea that we wanted to try, and it turned out good.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I love about your band. I think that the metal riffs you all write, you write around folk melodies a lot, and I think that is what has always attracted me to
Mm.
your brand of music because of that. Um, what influenced you to actually even start playing metal? What bands?
Um, my when I started my music career, if you can call it that, I played the trumpet in school.
Okay, okay, hey.
Yeah, not much metal to that, but anyway, I played the trumpet, and uh, later on, I think I was like 11, 12, 13 maybe. I had a friend out on where our summer house is. His name was Anders, I remember, and he was really, really good at playing guitar.
Okay.
He had this electric guitar with headphones and a really cool, at that time, distortion box. And I tried it out, and I mean, he listened a lot to Guns N' Roses and Metallica and stuff. So that's where it happened. I tried his guitar, really cool sounds, and I started listening a lot to Metallica and Guns N' Roses, and tried to play that stuff, and that was the start for me to really get into rock music, I think. And from there, I have just kept on playing.
Any bands or any bands or projects you're listening to now that are special to you?
Uh, there are two bands that are really close to my heart: Motörhead and Running Wild. I listen
Okay.
those bands I listen to pretty much all the time, but I don't listen that much to at all to the kind of music we play. I
Right.
don't listen that much to it actually. Mostly like Motorhead, Maiden, Priest, and
The
bands like
usual.
this. I'm a sucker for country music also, but not the cheesy polished country. I
Right.
mean, really that outlaw, the cool
Right.
stuff.
Right. Right. Right.
Uh, I mean, there's so many cool artists and bands, but Whitey Morgan and the 78s is a great band. So cool.
And I can see that too a little bit because again, using traditional folk elements. I mean, country music comes from traditional, a lot of old folk
Yeah,
melodies and
yeah.
a lot of old I mean, that's Americana in and of itself.
Yeah, American. Yeah, yeah, really cool.
So again, that is, and I can see that because especially with, I would actually think you all would be a little bit more fans of bluegrass rather
Mm.
because of that acoustic, more nature-based stuff. So, well, one other thing I just wanted, speaking of which, I'm sure, I ask everyone about this, but the how Ozzy, how did that impact you?
Uh, well, I mean, he wasn't in his best shape, to say the least.
No,
So
no, absolutely not. But
he
that was,
wasn't maybe. I wasn't that surprised, but I was also sad.
yeah,
It was a a sad moment when he left this world. But I was also kind of happy, and very happy that they managed to pull that festival or
Right.
gig.
Yeah.
They managed to pull that off. I mean, when did it die? Like 2 or 3 weeks after that?
Yeah. Not long after that, and
Yeah. So
that
that
was.
was like it was meant to be in some way.
Mhm, mhm.
So, but it was a shame. I mean, he is an icon, and he was 76 years old. I mean, it not that old. He could
No.
have gone a lot older, but it is what it is, and we have to. We can remember him by his music, and that's a real treasure.
Fantastic. Well, I definitely want to thank you for meeting with me today and having this conversation.
Thank you.
The name of the new album, I'd rather hear you say it because, my slack jaw, I might mess it up. What's the name of the new album?
Edsvuren.
All right, and it is due out
It's out 29th of August.
29th of August.
The
Very good.
first day of Månegarm open air, so it's like
Ah,
the best release
the release
day
party.
ever.
Okay, yeah. So the Friday night, so that Friday night is
Yeah.
the first day of the festival is.
Yes, yes.
Hey, there you go. You timed that perfectly.
Yeah,
Well,
we did.
well, congratulations on the new album. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much for
much.
meeting with me today. Again, the album is fantastic. There will be a review in
Thank
Metal
you so
Rules
much.
on September 1st, so I definitely will let you know that that's happening. But
Mm.
I've been a big fan for a long time. I really do appreciate you meeting. And good luck to you in the future, and good luck to the festival, and hopefully we'll meet again soon.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.
You have a great day.
You too. Thank you, man.
All right.